finally, it's day one of the first dose for those above 18 till 44 years old, where the vaccination for COVID-19 vaccination has kicked off here in Shillong. I'm in one of the vaccination centers, that is Civil Hospital, and as you can see, people have already started lining up here in queues. They have been given, now remember, Civil Hospital has been given 150 doses for today, that is the 14th of May, and vaccination process started at 9:30 a.m. and it's also being done in other areas here in East Khasi Hills and also in other districts of Meghalaya. Now, the government had recently decided, it is to be mentioned, that they had paid for 42,000 doses. The government paid 42,000 doses and had also informed that it will be free of cost. Now, as mentioned, that people had started queuing up here since 9:30 and they were all ready to get their doses. Now, yesterday, Deputy Chief Minister Preston Song himself had informed that the website that they had seen, the portal itself, they had seen that people were ready to come forward to take the vaccination, and also they have noticed that the age group of 18 to 44, many people were already willing to register themselves, hence they had to regulate it. As seen in one of the articles that we had reported yesterday, the government has decided that they will earmark for the vulnerable districts and all. So likewise, as you can see, even in the queue for the women also, they're lined up here, and also there was a little bit of confusion. We had seen that some people who had to get the second dose were asked to go back, since the hospital, the DMHO had restricted or not to give the second dose for today. Hence, there was a little bit of confusion. However, we can see that social distancing and all the COVID protocols are being carried out. Even the security forces have also been deployed here to avoid any confusion taking place here at one of the vaccination centers. So once again, we're here in Civil Hospital, where people have queued up to take the vaccination. For today, there will be 150 doses, which is for 150 beneficiaries who will take the first dose of vaccination, which is for the age group of 18 to 44. Taken or waiting? Okay.
So many people who don't have access to fast internet or a good phone or a computer. Especially with phones, it's difficult to get the OTP and do the whole process. So for the fortunate ones, it's easy, but for the rest, as you can see, it's difficult for them to register.
So that means basically for those in rural areas and those with who are not tech savvy, also it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and not just rural areas, even in Shillong, if you don't have good mobile network, it's impossible.
And have you heard of any of your friends who have been trying and not been getting through? Or?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who weren't able to do it, even though they had access to phones. It's the whole process of using the website that's really difficult for people.
Since yesterday and like 2 weeks, I have been trying to register for the COVID app, but it was not able to do it because, as we all know, there are so many limited authorities are there and limited reservations are there, so we're not able to do it. But still we came here in order to ask the authorities whether it will be possible or not. So we'll just hope for the best so that we can try to get some vaccination.
Okay. So you've been trying for the last 2 weeks, and then what was the what was it appearing on the CoWIN app? What was it saying?
It was saying that it is full. There are no it will not be able to accept any more beneficiaries.
Okay.
So it was showing like that.
What have the health officials out here advised you to do?
They have advised me to try it again. Maybe when we get the next dates and all. So they advised us to try it once again. So we'll just hope for the best.
So why do you feel the need to get yourself vaccinated if you can just tell our viewers here?
Because it at least give a certain percentage of relief that if you are vaccinated, at least you're safe in a certain way.
Okay. So what would you also encourage the others to come forward to get the
Yeah,
vaccination?
definitely. I would like everyone to get vaccinated by themselves. They should get vaccinated, and at least there will be positive note. Like if you get vaccinated, there will be less chance of getting COVID.
Okay.
We got the information about from the 28th of the last month, it will be, we can apply for the registration. So I applied over there, and my friend day before yesterday, he was like, we can apply it from for yesterday, and the timing was 12. And the process is very easy. You just have to log in, and then you have to submit your number, and then they will send you OTP, and accordingly you have to select a batch number and a slot. That's what. And if you're lucky enough, you will get the slot. I think it's lucky only, I got it, because none of my friends got.
None of your friends
Yeah.
got. Okay. So were you able to get the vaccination, and how was the process, if you can tell us?
The process was actually simple. However, I came to know that due to the rush, many people did not get the slots today. I was lucky enough that my brother registered for me and I got the slot today. And that too an early slot in the morning.
Okay. So you had tried the registration today or when?
Actually 2 weeks back also I registered on a different number and I did not get any slot. And then my brother took the initiative. He registered for me yesterday again and I got the slot for today. Plus, I have seen that the entire process is very hassle-free. You don't have to get worried about how the things will go about. People are taking care. All the staff and administrative at the civil hospital, they have taken care fully that the entire process goes around smoothly.
As witnessed in all the parts of India, there was a huge problem when they had to register on the CoWIN app. Some had said that it was fully booked. Likewise, it was the same scenario here in Shillong. In fact, in all parts of Meghalaya, people were criticizing the government. They had taken snapshots of the CoWIN app, how they had seen that slots were open from 28th. It was already open to the age group of 18 to 44 years, and they had seen that it was already fully booked. Now, some had even asked that the government should make it in a manner where people can walk in for the vaccination. And we've also seen that some people were on the app for several hours while they needed proper internet connection, or else the app wasn't working to register for this COVID-19 vaccination. Now, there are some, according to many of the people here in the state also, they feel that what about those from rural areas, and especially in Shillong, we've seen that the internet connection is not up to the mark. So what is going to happen to those people who don't have the luxury of a proper internet connection? What's going to happen with their situation? Some had even called themselves lucky that once they refreshed and they were able to get a slot for themselves. This is the situation here in Shillong, here at Civil Hospital, which is one of the vaccination centers. This is Princess Rashil for eastmojo.com in Shillong.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to East Mojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.